Hello everyone. So welcome to part 2 of our session. So we will be primarily looking at the remaining part, that is close test and vocab aspect. Also the parajumble part, which we have not we attempted it earlier, but we have to yet discuss the answers. So we will look at that also. So let's go into the fundamentals first. We'll get into parajumbles in some time, but first let us get into a few fundamentals of TCS NQT part 2. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Great. Okay. Okay. Now we had discussed that reading comprehension, you might have two passages at the most. Okay. And parajumbles, maximum you may have five examples of parajumbles, five questions of parajumbles. So that takes around 15 marks to 16 marks. Around that much you may have a leverage of that many marks. That is almost 50% of your test. Now we will focus on the remaining aspect. So I think first we will go into the vocab aspect, and I'll just give you a clarity on what is expected from you all. Now, firstly, what they expect is, now whether it is sentence completion. So there is a combined strategy for all these remaining topics. So you have in this family, you have sentence completion. What is sentence completion? You will have two blanks, one line with two blanks, and you have to put the right words in it. That is sentence completion. What about right word? Right word is a variant of sentence completion itself. You have to put in the right word. The only difference is here there's going to be one blank. It's it's almost 99% like sentence completion. There'll be a sentence given to you, there'll be one blank, and you have to fill in that blank with the right word, the word that fits in the context. Then you have error detection. In error detection, you will have four parts. One sentence will be given to you, and there'll be four parts. So there'll be part A, we'll be doing these things. There'll be part B. So you'll have a sentence which begins like this, and they will characterize it as part A. Then the sentence will continue, and they will call it as part B. Then again, the sentence will continue. It will be called as part C and part D. Sometimes they'll also put a part E which says no error. So they'll just write here no error. And that will be called as part E. Here, you just have to spot the error. We have done this earlier in our lectures, and it's called as spot the error. TCS calls it error detection. It's the same thing, spot the error. You just have to look at the sentences and find the sentence and find out which of the parts has an error. That's it. And just tick the one which has error. The one which has error. Okay. Then in the same category, you have sentence correction or error correction. TCS calls it error correction. The same thing as sentence correction, which we have done. This will have a similar pattern. The only thing is, over here, a sentence will be given. And again, four parts will be given. And you're supposed to, okay, what they will do over here is they will highlight, a sentence will be given and they will highlight a part. So there'll be something in bold or italics in between. Now you have to replace that with A, which says probably the same thing or no error, B, which is a variant of whatever is written in bold, and the same way you'll have C, D, and E. You have to choose the correct form of what is written in bold. Okay, whatever is given in bold, you have to choose the correct grammatical form of that. That is sentence correction. Now we have an exercise on this, so when we do it you will realize it, and you have done it also earlier. Then comes contextual vocab, also called as synonyms and antonyms. Now here they will, it is almost the same as right word. There is hardly any difference over here. The only thing is a sentence will be given to you and a word will be underlined. And what you're supposed to do is, among the four options given, you're supposed to choose the most appropriate synonym for that word. So a sentence will be given and a word will be underlined, and you're supposed to choose the most appropriate synonym. Or a sentence will be given and a word will be underlined, and you're supposed to choose the most relevant antonym of that word, the opposite of that word. Now, why have I clubbed all of this together? Is because the strategy that we use is quite similar for all of these. Okay, let's look at it one by one. Let's first take sentence completion and right word, because they come under the same category. Actually, these also come under the category of cloze test, but cloze test is a little different. So let's look at sentence completion and right word. What are the topics that you need to be good at in order to uh, ace all of these? If you want to ace all of these, then you need to be good at certain topics, because they will test you only on these topics. Number one priority is for prepositions. They will test your knowledge on prepositions as to the right usage of the prepositions. Let's take an example. If I say the cat jumped dash the wall, and I give you options, what do you think is the right option? What would be the right option? So we have some people saying it will be on, some say it's going to be upon. That's right. It will not be at, okay? The correct usage will be upon. Why upon? Among the options given, upon is the correct usage. Why? Because there is a movement here. Jumping is a movement. Whenever you have a movement, you will not put on. On is used for times where there is no movement. For example, the book is kept on the table. There is no movement of the book. When there is a movement, the rule of preposition says we have to use upon or into. Here there is no chance of into because it's a wall. So the context doesn't fit in. So let's take another example. What could be the answer over here? That's right. Now it's going to be into. Why into? There's a movement. Barging is a movement. It means walking angrily. But if I say the food is kept in the fridge, the food is kept in the fridge, in the refrigerator. There's no movement of the fridge. There's no movement of the food. That's why he barged into the room. Into the room. Movement. So prepositions have their own rules. What I can do is I can give you all the PDF of the rules. We have already covered this during our lectures, but if you don't have it, then what I can do is I can give you some practice questions on prepositions so that you can practice for sentence correction, sentence completion, and all of these things. We have found that majority of the questions are asked on prepositions. So having a right knowledge of prepositions will always help. Yes, I will send that to you. Okay, I'll be sharing that link with everyone. Rules for preposition along with your questions, additional questions for solving. Because if you prepare for prepositions, then it's like a combined strategy wherein you are prepared for all of these things except for synonyms, antonyms. Everything else can be covered under that. Now, what are the other places where you need to? What are the other topics that you need to know? The second topic that you really need to be good at for sentence completion, for sentence correction, and for right word is your knowledge on tenses. Now, we had a detailed lecture on tenses. I remember that we had a very detailed lecture on tenses, wherein I have given you the usage of tenses. Where exactly do we use tenses? How to use tenses? How not to use tenses? Okay. So let's take a few. Let's try to Let's try to understand a few things over there. I'll just give a short summary of it. See, you will be tested on the usage, not on the knowledge. Everybody knows there are 12 tenses. You all know what are those tenses. You all know the form of the tenses also. They're just going to test your usage of tenses, appropriate usage, wherever it's relevant. So, for example, if I say, okay, is there an error in this sentence or is there no error? And if there is an error, where is it and why is it an error? He has completed the assignment when the match started. Take a look at this sentence. Okay, some of you have found it. Okay, many of you are saying that the error is here. He has completed. It should be he had completed. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me why? Why should we put he had completed? I agree. Has निकल के had आना चाहिए. Very good. Because the match, what is the second part of the sentence? The match started. Which tense is it? It's a simple past tense, right? Whenever you have simple past tense, the other tense that logically fits with it is past perfect. इसीलिए he had completed the assignment will be the correct usage. I'm glad everybody got it right, which means that you all have really paid attention to that lecture and you all have really done your work. Great. Very good, guys. What about this sentence? Is it a correct sentence? And if it's wrong, then what are the errors in it? I have waited for you since 10 minutes. So what it should be? नहीं, had been के साथ क्या आएगा? Had been. Okay, let's take the possibility of I have been waiting for you. I have been waiting for you since 10 minutes. Is it still correct? There is still something wrong with it. If I put I have been waiting for you since 10 minutes, ठीक है? There is still something wrong with it. What is that? There are two errors in this statement. See, actually, there are two possibilities, right? But the correct one is going to be I have been waiting for you because it's a conversation. And had का मतलब क्या है? Had का मतलब it's about a past event. It's not about past event because this sentence clearly says that it's a conversation. Somebody has come late and we have just told them about that. So it's the correct usage is going to be I have been waiting for you. But we'll remove since and we'll put for. Why? Because we have given time duration. Since is used for beginning time. Since 11 o'clock would be the correct answer. Since 11 o'clock. Since the beginning moment of time. Since a particular time. Okay. But if you're using 10 minutes, it's a duration. Duration के लिए हम for use करते हैं. So the correct usage is going to be I have been waiting for you since you can say for 10 minutes or for the past 10 minutes. Both are right. I have been waiting for you for 10 minutes. Or if you want to put since, you'll say since 11 o'clock. Clear, guys? So there were two errors in this statement. ठीक है. First part was prepositions. Second part was proper usage of tenses. Now, what I will also do is I will send you the link for revisiting that particular lecture on tenses. Okay. So you can just revisit that lecture on tenses and get your concepts corrected. That also we will do so that you have a good preparation in these two things, because a lot of questions are going to come in these two areas. Third thing, the third area where you will be tested is your knowledge of idioms and phrases. Now here, guys, you have to have the knowledge of these things. Here you cannot rely much on your logic. Why? Because logically you may feel that this is right, but if it's an idiom, it has to be used in that manner only. So let's take an example. I'm just taking a dramatic example here to make a point. Okay. Okay. After listening to the current political scenario, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel moved in his grave. Is this a correct sentence in terms of idioms and phrases? See, tenses mein to theek hai, everything is fine. Prepositions looks to be fine. So when you have no problem with tenses and prepositions, the doubt is going to be on idioms and phrases. I'm telling you there's something wrong over here. Can anyone spot the error? Okay, moved. You're right. Moved में थोड़ा problem है. Rishabh, grammatically what you're saying is correct, but here it's not about that. There is a idiom related over here. Can anyone spot that idiom? By the way, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of this sentence? What could be the meaning of this sentence? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you're right. That's that. There is an idiom related to that. It's an incorrect usage of idiom. Very good. Ananya has given the right answer. That's right. Turned in his grave. Turned in his grave. Not moved in his grave. Turned in his grave. To turn in the grave means to be disturbed. We use this for past personalities, those who are not with us anymore. And when we violate the very things that they have stood for, it means that we have disturbed them or disturbed their values, what they stood for. Turned. Answer should be turned in his grave. So, what was it? You have to have knowledge of idioms and phrases for this aspect, guys, for this part. There is no other thing, because this is where maximum people are going to make a mistake. They're going to think that, okay, maybe grammar mein mistake hai. This is the tricky part of it. This is where they really have this thing called as competitive advantage. Not would have, because Rishabh, the correct usage is turned in his grave. That is how it is used. Okay? And they will not give that close options also. Probably they'll just give you by the way, the difficulty level is also going to be intermediate only. Okay, after listening to the current political scenario, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel turned in his grave. Let's. Is this a correct sentence? If it's wrong, then what is wrong and where is the error? That's right. The correct answer would be, I would love to catch up with you guys after my lecture. Catch up. It's a verb plus preposition, also called as collocation. verb plus preposition. So I have made a list of these things also. I'm going to give you that list. Verb plus commonly used verb plus prepositions. Catch up, called as collocations. Or some people also call it collocations. The best way to prepare for idioms and phrases and collocations is by going through a list of them. Just going through it. There's no need to by heart it. Just go through it. Just go through it. That's the best way to prepare for idioms and phrases. Having maximum awareness of commonly used idioms and phrases. Now, this also there is a there's a collection of idioms and phrases along with verb plus prepositions. That link will also be shared. I've already shared it earlier during our lecture days, but I'll share it once again for everyone's benefit. Let's take a look at the fourth area. The fourth place where they will test you is SVA, subject verb agreement, and closely related to this is also pronoun antecedent. Is the verb agreeing with the subject, or is the subject agreeing with the verb? Subject verb agreement. So you will have to just be aware of the rules. So we'll just take examples here because we have already done this earlier, so that we just have a refresher of these things. Satish, along with his parents, go for movies every Saturday. What are the subjects in this particular statement? What is a verb? Verb is go. Okay. What about the subject? You have Satish along with his parents. Two subjects. Now, parents is plural, Satish is singular. So, which one to consider? Which one to consider? Should we consider both or should we consider only one? Yes, only Satish. Why? Because when you have something like along with, you have to go with the main subject. That's the rule that we had done earlier, right? That's the rule that we had followed earlier. When you have usage of words like along with and all, you are supposed to use the word which comes before along with. So Satish is the main subject, and we'll consider only Satish. We will in fact try to neglect this entire part. So in your mind, you can just neglect this part. And Satish is a singular subject. So the best verb that goes with it is goes. So the answer should be Satish, along with his parents, goes for movies every Saturdays. It's like saying Satish goes for movies every Saturday. Got it, guys? Everyone, are you all clear? If I change the sentence and if I say Satish and his parents, then what will happen? If I say Satish and his parents, in that case, I'm giving equal importance to both the subjects. So in that case, Satish and his parents, it's a plural thing. It's like saying they. You can just replace it with the word they. They go for movies every Saturday. So if it's an and, then I'll put this. What if I put or? If I put or, what happens? What's the rule? The rule is that the verb will agree with the subject closest to it. The verb is go. What is the subject which is closest to it? Parents. Parents is plural, so therefore it will remain as go. Clear, guys? Okay. Now let us, with the same sentence, let us put some more additions and take some other rules as well. Satish or his parents. Is it a correct sentence, guys? Consider all the aspects, okay? Satish or his parents go for movies every Saturday in his car. Now you have to look at two things over here. Number one is Satish or his parents. Likha hai, Satish or his parents. So you understand very well that this verb go has to agree with the second subject, right? The subject which is closest to it, which means the subject which is closest to go, that is the main subject over here. Satish or his parents go for movies every Saturday. Now, the other aspect is the pronoun antecedent. The pronoun his should refer to whom? To Satish or parents? I'll give a clue. The verb is referring to parents. So, what should the pronoun refer to? Very good. The pronoun should also refer to parents. So, it should be what? It should be in parents is plural, right? So, their car. Did you get it, guys? If anybody has doubt, please ask. That is the rule of pronoun antecedent. The pronoun also has to agree with the main subject. Okay, just to make it more clear, let's take another example. We are going to tweak the same example in different ways so that your concept is clear. First, let me clear my drawing. Oh, everything is gone. चलो कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है कोई बात नहीं. We'll just go here. Okay. So the same sentence. Or let's just take somebody else now. Every time going with parents, let him go with his friends now. Just take a look at this sentence. Satish and his friends watch Mirzapur in his or their private home theater. What will be the right one over here? Okay, now I can see a lot of confusion among the students. Some people are saying his, some people are saying their. Those who have said his have thought अरे private theater तो एक ही बंदे का रहेगा शायद, तो his रहेगा, या फिर सतीश उसके फ्रेंड्स के साथ है and सतीश friends are with him, so maybe they are in his house, so उसका that's why we are putting his. Don't have to think all those things, guys. Okay, in grammar it's very simple, just go with the rules. Okay, what is the rule? The rule is that Satish and his friends together होता है ना, Satish and his friends, we consider them together. तो Satish and his friends मत देखो, उसको they डाल दो, they watch Mirzapur in their private home theater. Simple. The pronoun has to agree. They watch Mirzapur in their private home theater. Got it? So whenever you have confusion like this, just replace it. ठीक है, सबको समझ में आया ये? Everybody understood this? Satish and his friends को they डाल देंगे. They watch Mirzapur in their private theater. His चला जाएगा. There is going to be the right one. Yes, guys, understood? Yes or no? Those who got confused earlier. Okay, let's go for the next one. Every one of his friends are dishonest. Correct है ना ये? Every one of his friends are dishonest. What's the error over here? Very good. Everyone, we know the rule, right? Correct. Everyone का मतलब है we are singling each and every one. It's like saying Ramesh क्या है? Ramesh are dishonest आएगा कि is dishonest आएगा? Is dishonest, right? So every one of his friends is dishonest. Don't look at friends and think that friends plural है इसीलिए और आना चाहिए. नहीं. Everyone लिखा है ना वहां पे. Everyone का मतलब है हम हर एक बंदे को देख रहे हैं. Single. Every one of his friends is dishonest. If I want to change it, then I can say all of his friends are dishonest. अगर मैंने all बोला तो मैंने सबको वापस ले लिया. Everyone together, right? So all of his friends are dishonest. Every one of his friends is dishonest. Chalo, let's take it one more level. In. Now tell me, guys. Is it a correct sentence? Every one of his friends is dishonest in his or her job. नहीं, his or her, ठीक है. Namrata is saying his. Ananya is saying their job. Guys, go back to the previous thing that we did. ठीक है, इसके पहले जो किया था ना हम लोगों ने, सतीश और इस पेरेंट्स, सेम लॉजिक डालो, लॉजिक को चेंज मत करो, इट्स द सेम थिंग, प्रोनाउन एंटीसीडेंट रूल है ये। कम ऑन वंस अगेन, जिसने भी देयर बोला है, यस 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 महोदय, यू आर राइट, इसमें कोई एरर नहीं है। वंस अगेन प्लीज रीड द सेंटेंस, जल्दबाजी में मिस्टेक मत करो, रीड द सेंटेंस। Why is there no error in this sentence? सबसे पहले क्या करना है, लुक एट द मेन सब्जेक्ट। मेन सब्जेक्ट क्या है, सिंगुलर है कि प्लूरल है? सिंगुलर है ना, एवरी वन ऑफ हिज फ्रेंड्स सिंगुलर है, तो उसको निकाल के राम डाल दो, ठीक है? राम इज वन ऑफ हिज फ्रेंड्स ना। नाउ हिज फ्रेंड्स कैन बी मेल और फीमेल, वी नेवर नो, राइट? इसीलिए हिज या फिर हर दोनों भी आएगा यहाँ पे। इट कैन बी राम, इट कैन बी मीना, हुएवर। मीना इज डिसऑनेस्ट इन her job, not their job. Why? Because we are singling each and every friend. इसीलिए ये करेक्ट सेंटेंस है। Yes, absolutely, the sentence is correct. That's what I'm saying. नहीं अनन्या, there is not for that reason, there is plural, right? Absolutely, Ananya, when you say there, you are saying it's plural, but we are saying the main subject is singular. Singular है ना, तो his या her आएगा। It's not about the gender. Ananya, are you clear? And everyone who put there, are you clear why it's not there? It has to be his or her. Anybody still has a doubt, please ask. सबको ये समझ में आया? नहीं समझ में आया तो please ask. Just put in the chat that you have a doubt. Simple. I'll solve it. Two stages. First stage is finding the subject, whether the subject is singular or plural. मालूम पड़ गया ये subject is singular. अगर subject singular है तो फिर उसके साथ जो pronoun आता है वो भी singular होना चाहिए. That's your stage 2. If I had changed the sentence and if I had said his friends, अगर मैं खाली इतना ही बोलता, his friends, तो क्या होता? His friends is what? Plural. Are dishonest. Then what will change over here? In, यहाँ पे कुछ change होगा कि नहीं? Very good. In their job. All right. So guys, do you all want me to once again give you the rules ka PDF for subject-verb agreement and pronoun antecedent? Okay. People are saying yes, so I'll be sharing that also. ठीक है, सब मैं एक साथ शेयर करूंगा. Okay. First, we'll just go with all of these things. यहाँ तक clear everyone? The fourth part, I'll quickly revisit what we have done. ठीक है? Yes, we'll do that, Ruchita. Yes. ठीक है, तो revisit क्या करेंगे फटाफट. All these areas that we are going to do, all of them have common practice, and the common practice is we need to first be clear with the prepositions, then with the correct usage of tenses. We saw some examples. Then we need to have good knowledge of idioms and phrases. Part of that is also called as collocations. Afterwards, we found that we need to have good clarity on subject-verb agreement and pronoun antecedents. Now let's go to the part of contextual vocabulary. What is the meaning of contextual vocabulary? By the way, whatever questions are asked in vocab, they are always contextual. Okay, contextual का मतलब क्या है? Depending on the situation in which the word is mentioned, also called as situational. Yes, Gaurav, I'll be doing that. Okay. It's already uploaded. I just have to give you all the link. I'll give you all a folder in which all of this is there together. Instead of giving separate links, सब एक ही जगह पे डाल के दे दूंगा आपको. Okay. Contextual का मतलब क्या है? Situational. Okay. Now this strategy is what you're supposed to use everywhere, whether it is for right word or for close test or for sentence completion. Because तीनों में common क्या है? Common ये है कि blanks है तीनों में. There's going to be blanks and you're supposed to put the right word in it. Now you will not fill in the word just by reading the sentence. You will understand what is the meaning of the sentence. And then you will put the word which fits into the meaning of the entire sentence. Now what happens in close test? Close test क्या होता है? एक para रहता है. There's a paragraph. And there are multiple blanks in that paragraph. Maybe around 5 blanks or sometimes even 10 blanks. But I guess that they are going to give you paras with 5 blanks. क्योंकि 5 marks आएगा उसमें. ठीक है? It's a big para, just like your RC reading comprehension की तरह एक para will be given to you. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put in the right words. Every blank will have 4 options given. You're supposed to put the right option. Now, the big mistake that students do is they feel that मैं एक sentence पढ़ के उसमें blanks को fill करूंगा. Don't do that. Because you'll find out that the options that are given to you, जो 4-5 options जो दिए रहते हैं, they are all quite similar. उतना different नहीं रहते वो options. Options are not very different. And so you'll get confused. So how to find the right option? Simple. The strategy is first read the entire passage. And just like RC, try to find out what is the meaning of the passage. What is the author trying to say? And then eliminate. Use the strategy of elimination. Eliminate the options. Remove the options which don't fall in the purview of the passage. That is called as contextual vocab. Now, this is a combination of both logic and vocab. So I'm going to give you what preparation you need to do for vocab. Because sometimes the words are going to be very unfamiliar. So when words are unfamiliar, you need to use the concept of word, what guys? Word roots. ये word roots क्या होता है? Greek and Latin parts of words. Okay, Greek and Latin parts of words. Greek and Latin parts of words. ठीक है? जैसे कि you have andro. Any word which has andro means male or masculine. Gyne means something related to the female. So now guys, just tell me what could be the meaning of this word? What could be the meaning of this word? I told you andro means male or masculine, gyne means female. What could be the meaning of this word, this unfamiliar word that you have come across? His androgynous ways confused people. His androgynous ways for confused people. Yes, combination of masculine and feminine traits. That's right. ठीक है? Now, where are these word roots? Good news is that there are only limited word roots. ठीक है? ये कोई unlimited नहीं है, limited है. A to Z word roots होते हैं, they are limited. Now, my students must already be having those that particular document which I've given long back, and every time I keep on harping the same thing. इसको पढ़ो रोज, इसको पढ़ो रोज. क्यों? जितना पढ़ोगे उतना अवेयरनेस में आएगा. जितना आपका अवेयरनेस रहेगा उतना आपका नॉलेज बढ़ेगा, एंड उतना you will be at a competitive advantage compared to others. I have given this already guys to you guys. पहले already दिया है मैंने. Again in the same folder I will upload it and send it to you guys. ठीक है? All you need to do is be aware of these word roots. So what happens is in the future, if there is any unfamiliar word that comes to you, you can combine these and find out the meaning. न तो वो word का meaning समझेगा ही नहीं. Then that can become a barrier to you. So the strategy is word roots. That's one strategy. There's another strategy, guys. That's called as word families. What is word family? So remember one thing in English language, no two words are similar in meaning. Even synonyms, they are not exactly similar in meaning 100%. There's always a difference in meaning because English is a contextual language. जो word इस context में fit होता है, दूसरा word उस context में fit हो ही नहीं सकता. That is how English is. Okay. The thing is that we are not aware of it because our level of English is not very appropriate, not very high level. Our level of English is very local level. Because of that, we freely replace words. We cannot do that actually. Every word is fit in a specific context. Okay. And this is where these recruiters play with you. So what are word families? Word families means there are a group of words which have a similar meaning. So for example, with similar meaning, okay, you can use it to develop your synonyms and antonyms also. For example, there will be a concept of arrogance. Let's say arrogance. And the words that are related to arrogance are rude, obnoxious, okay, many words like this. The best part is you may not know what is obnoxious, but when you know the word family, that it comes under the family of arrogance, then you can guess the meaning that maybe it means somewhere, it means about, some level of its meaning is about arrogance. That's where you'll understand the context. Got it, guys? अभी इसका भी एक list है. इसमें you have lot of work to do, guys, because here it's all about your awareness. Vocabulary is maximum about how much you know. The shortcut over here is word roots and word families. The best way to develop vocab is reading, but then although it is the best way, it's a very slow process. So here the fastest process would be knowing the word families. यहाँ तक किसी को doubt है? Anybody? Did you all understand what I'm putting across over here? Word roots और word families को कैसे use करना है? Word families का पूरा full list has been given already. I think all of you will be having it. It's a part of our campus credential vocab builder. Vocab builder का एक PDF दिया गया था, उसमें है ये word families. Even then, I'll once again give it to you all. ठीक है? So that nobody is deprived of any of these resources. I want all of you all to ace this TCS का test. यहाँ तक clear, guys? Everyone is clear till here? कि फिफ्थ पार्ट सबको क्लियर हो गया कॉन्टेक्चुअल वोकैब में क्या करना है. पहले पैसेज को पढ़ना है, अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द पैसेज जस्ट लाइक यू डिड फॉर आरसी, एंड देन चूज द अप्रोप्रिएट वर्ड यूजिंग योर नॉलेज इन वर्ड रूट्स एंड वर्ड फैमिलीज फॉर अनफेमिलियर वर्ड्स. फेमिलियर वर्ड्स को तो हम, it won't be a difficulty for you. What will also help you is, again, there is a list of synonyms and antonyms which I have made, wherein I have given one synonym, I have given, sorry, one word, and I have given 4 or 5 synonyms of that. The same thing I've done for antonyms also. I don't think that has been shared with the students earlier. I'll share that list also with you. So the words are very simple, लेकिन उनके जो complicated variants है, that I have given on the right hand side. That will also help you guys. ठीक है. Now open for any questions. Let's have a Q&A, questions and answers. Any questions you guys have, please put in the chat. So far, whatever we have done. Yes, Siddesh, I will do that. In fact, right now we are going to do it. We're going to practice right now. But before we start practicing, I just wanted to find out if you all have any questions. Which tricks, what we did just now, all the 5 tricks? Yes, yes. In idioms and phrases, they are supposed to be used exactly the way they are. ठीक है, उसमें कोई differences नहीं रहेंगे. Idioms and phrases जैसे है वैसे use करते हैं. No changes in idioms and phrases. That's the trick. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, let me give a quick recap. Fatafat, I'll give a recap, and then what we will do is we will go for the questions. Still, during the time, if anybody has questions, we will do it. ठीक है. Akash has asked for word roots. ठीक है, करेंगे. So first and foremost, prepositions में क्या करना है अपने को, करेक्ट यूसेज देखना है बोथ इन preposition and tenses. प्रैक्टिस कैसे करेंगे हम लोग? आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू ऑल प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस फॉर prepositions and tenses with the solutions. ठीक है, दोनों के प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस विद सॉल्यूशंस दूंगा. prepositions के लिए आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू ऑल the rules in a separate PDF. For tenses, I'm going to give you the link of the video that already the video lecture that you all had in campus credential. ठीक है, वो वीडियो को revisit करो. That way you will be clear with your preparation with the preposition and tenses. Second, knowledge of idioms and phrases. I'll give you all 2 things. One is vocab builder. Vocab builder में separate idioms and phrases दिए गए हैं along with synonyms and antonyms. Also, there are rules given over there. Okay, with word families. Plus, I'm going to give you a PDF of A to Z idioms and phrases. That's a huge PDF. ठीक है, कोई भी बाय हार्ट करने मत जाओ, एक दिन में पागल हो जाओगे. ठीक है, so don't do that. What you need to do is just have an awareness. Read करो उसको. Also, there is a list of verb plus prepositions collocations. And today itself you have to do this work. Okay, अभी lecture हो गया, बात हो गई, ऐसे नहीं करना है. Read, you have to do the work today itself. Then comes your SVA and product and pronoun antecedent. इसके मैं आपको rules दूंगा. Okay, we've already done this earlier. Rules are more than enough over here. Then comes your contextual vocab. I'm going to give you word roots and word families जो vocab builder में already है. You have to refer to it. Now to the question of word roots, कैसे करना है वो? I'll just upload a document. I'll just share the screen with you and show you how to do it. There is, Abhishek, there is sectional cutoff in NQT. Thank you for reminding me. Abhishek has asked, is there a sectional cutoff in NQT? Yes, there is. Vocab, sorry, ये verbal का जो है 24 questions होते हैं, right? You have to at least get 22 right. (22) करेक्ट होने चाहिए. कट ऑफ इज 22. high accuracy is needed, right? Easily we are doing all these workshops, guys, because your accuracy has to be high over here. See, the best part is you have 30 minutes and 24 questions. मतलब क्या है? Time थोड़ा ज़्यादा है यहाँ पे. And the other best thing is there is no negative marking in vocab. Sorry, in verbal. No negative marking. Which means that that's the best part. But the sad part is that 22 is the cutoff. मतलब क्या है? ज़्यादा gap नहीं है error के लिए. Accuracy is to be high over here. That's to be understood. Why? Because there are many people, right? बहुत सारे लोग हैं ये टेस्ट देने वाले. कंपटीशन बहुत हाई है, बट वो कंपटीशन देख के है ना अपना प्रिपरेशंस को कम मत करना. लेट दैट गिव यू द एडिशनल मोटिवेशन एंड फ्यूल टू बी इवन बेटर. Abhishek, I can just answer for verbal right now. Verbal के लिए तो there is no negative marking. Sectional cutoff for verbal is 22. वो बोल रहे 20 से लेके 22, लेकिन मान लो 22 to be safe. Okay, let's revisit that word roots part. Then I'll give you all the questions. We will solve it. We'll discuss. Then we can go for close test. Sonali, I'll find that out. Okay? We have the data with us. Just give me a moment. Quickly, I'll do the word roots and then we will do the this and then practice करेंगे थोड़ा. उसके बाद कट ऑफ का भी मैं आपको बोल देता हूँ. So I'll just share this. Just give me a moment. I think the screen is visible now. So let's take a look at word roots. So we have word roots from A to Z. This particular document will be with you. So let's take the meaning over here. Okay. So let's take this particular example. ACERB, a verb. Okay. The meaning in English is sharp, bitter, or sour. These are the meanings that we have. Now you don't have to look at this. Etymology, इसका root क्या है, वो सब देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है? अपने को इसके ऊपर PhD नहीं करना है. लैटिन है या ग्रीक है वो भी देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, कोई इसके लिए अपने को मार्क्स नहीं देने वाला, ठीक है? Just look at the meaning, look at the root, look at the meaning and the English example. That's all. So let's take a look at this. Acerb. So if there is any word which has this root anywhere in the word, acerbic, exacerbate, exacerbate, ठीक है? In this case, these both words, acerbic and the other word, उसका मीनिंग क्या रहेगा? लगभग उसका मीनिंग क्या हो सकता है? It will be in the context of using it for sharpness, bitterness or sourness. It was an acerbic taste. Acerbic taste का मतलब क्या? It was a bitter taste or sour taste. That's how you're supposed to understand the meaning. ये सब का वैसे ही है. You just have to look at the word, register it in your mind, and just look at the examples. ये word origin और etymology को दोनों को ignore कर दो. Just look at the word root, the meaning in English, and उसके English के examples. Now guys, this can be huge. बहुत सारा है ये, ठीक है? तो आप सिलेक्ट करो आपको जो भी देखना है. ऐसे लगता है कि शायद ये कभी देखा ही नहीं है वर्ड, तो उसको ज्यादा देखो क्योंकि उसके ऊपर आपको ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस आ सकता है. But there is another PDF that we are giving you, and that is called as Vocab Builder by Campus Credential. उसमें है ना हम लोगों ने सिलेक्ट किए गए हैं. उसमें हम लोग ने प्रीफिक्स सफिक्स को सिलेक्ट करके दिया है. You can look at that also. This is hard work, guys. This is really hard work. लेकिन एक बार ये कर देते हो ना आप, then vocab का कभी टेंशन होगा ही नहीं. Because 80 to 85% of English words depend on Greek and Latin word roots. That is the extent of vocabulary that you will develop if you master this. This is like, with discipline, अगर आप इसको करते हो तो इसका long term rewards बहुत सारे हैं. Okay, I hope it is clear. All these things will be given to you guys. Now what I'll do is I'll share with you an assignment or a test that we are supposed to give right now. Okay, I'll give you the link and I'm going to give you all 20 minutes for it. So it's purely on all the things that we have just now covered. ठीक है, अभी तक जो भी किया है in the second half of the session, it's that only. All of this together in one particular test. The additional thing that you will see over there is spellings. TCS also asks for spellings sometimes. ठीक है, spellings भी वो लोग चेक करते हैं. They'll give you all some words जिसका मतलब spellings normally लोगों को नहीं आता है. So you are supposed to get that also, spellings. So I would say that उसके लिए practice करना है अपने को words that look similar, homologous words that look similar. But first we'll just go and get this test done. So I'm going to post the link right now. Take 20 minutes and finish the test. We'll discuss the test. We'll go with close test उसके बाद. ठीक है? And then of course I'll give all the whatever resources I have promised you. I'll give all of that. Okay, so did everyone get the link? I have posted it on the whiteboard and I've also given it in your Zoom. Those who are watching it from YouTube, you just have to type out this TCS NQT1. Okay, somebody please open it and let me know if it's accepting responses. अगर open हो रहा है क्या? It should open. Okay, it's opening, working. Great, thank you. So take 20 minutes, guys. Finish the questions. Do it honestly because we just want to test ourselves over here. Okay? Fill in the details. It's for 20 minutes. Okay, done everyone? All right. So let's take a look at it. Then we can go for cloze test. Okay, I hope the screen is visible to everyone. So let's continue. Okay, so there was a mixture of questions. Just a minute. Just give me a moment, guys. All right. So here it is. The first section was on right word. Choose the right word from the alternatives. The doorbell dash a number of times before I opened the door. What should be the answer? The doorbell. Okay. Now remember we had done this some time back in tenses. Open the door क्या है? Simple past tense. तो दूसरा टेंस कौन सा होना चाहिए? Past perfect tense. तो मैक्सिमम पीपल ने वहां पे रैंग डाल दिया एंड दैट इज रॉन्ग. Okay, had rung. The doorbell had rung a number of times before I opened the door. Remember, guys, when we did tenses some time back, short-term memory mat rakho, guys. Keep your memory in long-term mode. Okay. अभी किया था हम लोगों ने टेंसेस का एक रूल जिसमें हम we said when two tenses are there, if one tense is simple past tense, the other one has to be past perfect. तो answer should be had rung. जिसने भी rang लिखा है, I hope you understood that. Had rung. The path of dash and betrayal will lead you straight to the grave. What is the context, guys? The context is negative. Betrayal है ना? Betrayal is negative. तो हमको यहाँ से negative word उठाना है. What should be the answer? Worthiness, righteousness, correct है, it's positive. Scrupulousness क्या है? Scrupulousness means बहुत सारा attention to detail. Dishonesty. Dishonesty should be your answer. Okay, dishonesty. 3. Amit dash notorious during his childhood days. Past tense है ये. Childhood days is regarding past. So the best option will be Amit was notorious. Rakesh passed the interview session in the first round because he dashed for it. Past tense hai. He had worked hard. Correct. Had worked hard. Correct. Because he had worked hard for it. This should be the correct one. Dash the old paintings can only be done by experts. देखो कोई भी पेंटिंग को रिक्रिएट करने के लिए एक्सपर्ट की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है, एनीबडी कैन इमिटेट इट, उसके लिए एक्सपर्ट की जरूरत नहीं है. रिस्टोर इज द करेक्ट वन. कोई भी ओल्ड डैमेज पेंटिंग को रिस्टोर करना, ओनली एन एक्सपर्ट कैन डू दैट. Recreate means what? Recreate means imitate, that anybody can imitate. Restoring. Answer is restoring. So context is very important, guys. ये contextual vocab की तरह हो गया. Restoring. Answer is restoring. D for Delhi. Not recreate. Okay. We tried to listen, but we had no idea what she was dash about. Okay. Now, whenever you have words like these, where ऐसा लगता है कि obviously talking तो correct होना ही चाहिए. That's right, talking correct है, but remember contextual vocabulary. Contextual का मतलब क्या है? थोड़ी देर पहले I told you, in English every word can come only in specific situation. यह situation है, we tried to listen, वो लोग frustrate हो चुके हैं क्योंकि उनको कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. So talking नहीं है यहाँ पे, the better word would be blabbering. Yes, right, tried लिखा है ना वहाँ पे. So it would be blabbering. Blabbering means talking so fast or in such a manner that you can't even understand what they're saying. Blabbering. Okay? Blabbering. Answer is blabbering. 7. The practice of having two wives or husbands at a time is called as bigamy. Bi it means two. Gamy comes from the word gamous, which means, yes, Abhishek. That's a good one, Abhishek. Abhishek ने बोला वो तुक्का होता है. Yes. I know some. I wanted to find out who is the person who's going to enjoy this question. Abhishek has enjoyed the question. Great. Okay. So ये क्या है? Bigamy. Bigamy. Bi comes from the root word. Bi is two, and gamy means marriage. Two marriages. Polygamy means many marriages. Poly means many. Polyandry means having many husbands at the same time. Okay. Biandry means having two husbands. Okay, now don't let your imaginations go here and there. Let's come back. Question 8. A written statement which cannot be understood. Okay, difference between illegible and incomprehensible is that illegible is regarding handwriting. Regarding handwriting. Incomprehensible means cannot understand. Written statement which cannot be understood. Illegible का मतलब क्या है? Handwriting ऐसा है कि handwriting is very bad. Cannot read. Illegible means one that cannot be read. Cannot be read. Okay? जिसको पढ़ नहीं सकते. यहाँ पे पढ़ने की बात नहीं है, यहाँ पे अंडरस्टैंड होने की बात है. तो आंसर शुड बी व्हाट? Incomprehensible, guys. Answer should be incomprehensible. जिसने भी illegible लिखा है, I want you to understand this question properly. अगर समझ में नहीं आया तो tell me, I'll explain it once again. Illegible means something that is so badly written that it cannot be read. पढ़ नहीं सकते. पढ़ना और समझना दो अलग बात है. ठीक है? Here it's understood means incomprehensible. Something that cannot be understood. Anybody has doubt on this? Question number 8. I hope it's understood by everyone. Has everybody comprehended this question? Yes? No, guys? Let me know. ठीक है. 9. A vivacious and lively experience is said to be what? Vivacious and lively. Okay, now listen guys, again, जैसे वो talking वाला जो question था ना, वैसे ही ये आता है यहाँ पे. तो जल्दबाजी में मिस्टेक मत करो यहाँ पे. Vivacious and lively, दो words दिए हैं. English में whenever they give two words for the same experience, it means it is very intense experience. बहुत ही intense है. मतलब joy का भी next level है ये. Happiness का next level है. That is nothing but scintillating. Yes, scintillating is the right word. Scintillating means extremely joyful and lively. Vivacious and lively मतलब बहुत ही activity है वहां पे. Answer is scintillating. Very intense. जिसने भी लाइफ में कभी फॉर्म फिल किया है उसको तो ये आना ही चाहिए 10th वाला. अ प्लेस ऑफ परमानेंट रेसिडेंस, डोमिसाइल. डोमिसाइल सर्टिफिकेट बोलते हैं ना वो. नहीं, डोमिसाइल साक्षी, इट्स डोमिसाइल. ओके, हाउस तो चेंज कर सकते हैं लेकिन डोमिसाइल क्या होता है? परमानेंट एड्रेस. Comes from the Greek word, no, comes from the Latin word domus. Domus means home, house, ghar, domicile. Okay. Easy to shape in any desired form. Come on, engineers. Malleable, yes. Ductility क्या होती है? Regarding wires, right? Twisting wire, yes, absolutely. So malleable is the right answer over here. Easy to shape in any desired form. And by the way, what is agile? Highly flexible. Agile means very flexible and fast. Next one. Fate smiles dash those who untiringly grapple with stark realities of life. Okay, now this is an example of idioms and phrases. Fate smiles, ये example है idioms and phrases का. तो यहाँ पे अभी जो भी preposition, whoever is, whoever thinks that we can use prepositions, y'all are slightly wrong here. Why? क्योंकि अगर हमने upon डाल दिया, actually according to preposition smiling is an activity which is it's an activity, right? तो वो upon आना चाहिए. लेकिन this is an example of a idiom. Fate smiles on. ठीक है, तो आंसर इज ऑन. फेट स्माइल्स ऑन दोस. आंसर इज ऑन. व्हाई? इट्स एन एग्जांपल ऑफ इडियम्स एंड फ्रेजेस. फेट स्माइल्स ऑन दोस, ऑन आना चाहिए. आंसर इज ऑन. ऑन. 13. The miser gazed dash at pile of gold coins in front of him. Miser कौन होता है? Miser, person who's कंजूस, right? Who never spends. अभी कंजूस बंदा क्या करता है? कनिंगनेस तो उसका नहीं है ना. कनिंगनेस डजंट कम टू अ माइजर. इज नॉट अ कनिंग पर्सन. कनिंग इज श्रूड, समथिंग टू डू विद द नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट ऑफ स्मार्टनेस. थॉटफुल भी नहीं. इंटेलेक्चुअल पर्सन थॉटफुल होता है. एडमायरिंग कौन होता है? अ पर्सन हु गेजेस एट द ब्यूटी एंड ऑल दैट्स एडमायरिंग. द बेस्ट वर्ड इज हियर इज एविडली. एविडली का मतलब क्या है? एविडली मीन्स हैविंग अ लॉट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. ओके, that is the meaning of avidly. Highly interested. Why? Because a miser क्या होता है? Pile of gold coins. He is highly interested in accumulating it. He is not interested in spending it. Avidly is the right answer. It's the same thing. The same word is used for reading also. He is an avid reader. Who is an avid reader? Someone who voraciously keeps on reading. Just wants to read and read. That's it. इसको भी खाली accumulate करना है. Miser only wants to accumulate things. So the answer is avidly. Okay. Now take reference of the previous examples that we have taken. You were talking or blabbering का जो था, and in the same context, I want you to give this answer also. During Ganesh Chaturthi, streets are dashed with people. See, actually, crowded is also correct. Crowded भी correct है, लेकिन what is a better word here compared to crowded? What is a better word? जो context के साथ जाता है. Bustling. What is the difference between? Yes. What is the difference between? Yeah, that's right, Abhishek. People already mentioned किया है तो crowded वहां पे शायद नहीं आएगा. Good. That's a very good observation. The other logic is bustling का मतलब क्या है? Busy. A big crowd which is very busy. Crowd means just a crowd, but if there is a busy crowd, it's called as bustling. Like during the peak hours, the city is bustling with people. Yes. Answer should be bustling. Brimming कभी यूज होता है when you use for emotions and for liquids, my cup is brimming with tea, मतलब tea overflow हो रहा है. She is brimming with joy, मतलब she is overflowing with joy. Brimming तभी आता है, ठीक है, emotions and liquids के लिए. Answer is bustling. 15. This is an example of an idiom. Okay, man does not live by dash alone. It's a proverb. Okay, man does not live by bread alone. Although फूड भी यहाँ पे करेक्ट ही आता था, ब्रेथ भी करेक्ट आता था, मील भी करेक्ट हो सकता था, करेक्ट. लेकिन ये है ना एक proverb. Actually this is a line taken from Bible. Okay, man does not live by bread alone. तो जैसे मैंने बोला था, proverbs, idioms and phrases जैसा है वैसा ही यूज करना है. Man does not live by bread alone. Okay, next is spellings. What is the right spelling of committee? It is D. Yes, committee. D is the right one. COMMITTE. Paralleled. 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 Ominous. 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 Benefited. BENEFITTED. Sacrilegious. SACRILEGIOUS. The last one. All right, let's go with this. Chalo. Avinash's paper was definitely the most researched work he had done all year, but he was still worried that the project manager wouldn't like it. Where is the mistake here, guys? You just have to get the mistake. What could be the mistake here? ओके, मोस्ट तो बराबर है. ओके, let's look at it. Avinash paper was definitely the most. यहाँ तक बराबर है. But look at the verb researched. Researched is a verb and we use an adverb to qualify a verb, right? तो thorough नहीं आना चाहिए, thoroughly होना चाहिए वो. So the answer is D. Most thorough नहीं होना चाहिए, most thoroughly होना चाहिए. So the mistake is over here. यहाँ पे mistake है. Disha is looking beautiful nowadays. Nothing wrong with Disha looking beautiful, right? There is something wrong here, guys. Come on. क्या wrong है यहाँ पे? सब लोग no error बोल रहे हैं. Everybody is happy with Disha. Okay. Look at the word nowadays. Nowadays का मतलब क्या है? Nowadays का मतलब है during these days. इसका मतलब क्या है? Routine की बात हो रही है यहाँ पे. तो the correct sentence should be Disha looks beautiful nowadays. Is looking कब use करते हैं हम लोग? Continuous tense, right? Disha looks beautiful nowadays. Answer should be, the problem is with is looking. ये is looking हटके यहाँ पे looks आना चाहिए. Yes, Disha looks beautiful nowadays. ठीक है? Okay. Find out whether there's any grammatical error in these 4 phrases that I used. Okay. One of the teachers expressed the doubt whether if true that the chairman was a fraud. There are 2 mistakes actually in the same area. Can anyone spot the mistakes? कहाँ पे मिस्टेक है? सी में मिस्टेक है. एक तो स्पेलिंग का मिस्टेक है, दूसरा क्या है? Yeah, it should be whether. Now, when you use whether, there is no need to put if true. One of the teachers expressed the doubt whether the chairman was a fraud. That's it. उतना ही आना चाहिए था. One of the teachers expressed the doubt whether the chairman was a fraud. There are 2 mistakes in that place. One is the spelling, the other one is if true that लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. नहीं, whether it is true भी बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. Only whether. Only whether. Look at the 5th one. There are no visits conducted for students to visit all the historical places. There are no visits conducted for students to visit all the historical places. नहीं, there are तो correct है. Which one? Oh, this one. Okay, we'll revisit that later on. पहले 5th वाला खत्म करते हैं. The students, correct. There, the students होना चाहिए. There are no visits conducted for the students. We are talking about a specific group of students. Articles का question है ये. We are looking at a specific group of students. मैंने अगर खाली यहाँ पे students बोल दिया, मतलब I'm talking about all the students all around the world. But I'm not doing that, right? I'm talking about a specific group of students. इसीलिए I have to put the students. For the students. Everything else is fine. Let's take question 4, which I missed. Despite telling him 100 times, he did what he wanted to with the new phone. Yes. This is about phrases. ठीक है? Despite of नहीं होता है, despite आता है खाली. Despite telling. Despite telling him 100 times. Despite of telling is Indianism. Indianism means we have changed some grammatical rules according to our own likings. So it's not despite of, it is despite. Yes, you're right. We can say in spite of also. In spite of telling him 100 times. वो भी correct है. Yes, in spite of telling him 100 times, he did whatever. So the problem is with despite. You can either say despite telling him or you can say in spite of telling him. All right, let's look at these two. Where is it? In spite of all the hurdles, he did won the trophy with his sheer determination and persistence. He won the trophy. B. B is the correct one. See, we are narrating somebody's achievement over here. That's why it has to be in past tense. Okay, he won the trophy. Answer is he won the trophy. Your admission into this university will be dependent on the marks you score in the entrance examination. What should we correct it with? Will be dependent. Will depend on. Depends on. Is depending on तो नहीं आएगा. Now see, here we are talking about a condition. The condition is mentioned here. That's why we will not say depends on, we'll say will depend on. Will depend on. Your admission into this university will depend on the marks you score. There's a condition. Whenever there is a condition, we use will. That's one of the usage of will. ठीक है? तो will depend on. Okay, guys, so we have finished these questions. If anybody has any doubts in this, do let me know, or else we can move to close test, the last part of today's workshop. Okay, when depends will come. For example, if I use a sentence like this, that depends on your performance. That depends on your performance. But if I want to use complete sentence, because Mahindra, because it is about condition, ये conditional clause है यहाँ पे. Your why is not depending on use because ये conditional clause है यहाँ पे. Admission कब होगा? अगर अच्छे marks आए तो. So it's a condition. So will is used in terms of condition. That's why. Is depending on कब use होता है? He is depending on me for his survival. He is depending on me for his survival. That is the correct usage of is depending on. Support. यहाँ पे it's a condition, that's why. Okay, I hope it is clear. Great. Okay. So guys, now we have to finish with the close test wala thing. ठीक है? So फटाफट what I'll do is first I'll just tell you close test. I have already actually told you close test को करना कैसे है करके. We'll just take a look. There are 3 questions. एंड बाय द वे यहाँ पे क्लोज टेस्ट जो है डिजिटल में बड़ा क्लोज टेस्ट आ सकता था. यहाँ पे क्लोज टेस्ट इज ओनली 5 मार्क्स का एक क्लोज टेस्ट आ सकता है. नहीं तो 5 मार्क्स ईच के 2 क्लोज टेस्ट दे सकते हो लोग. ठीक है, 5 ब्लैंक्स वाले. Guys, just give me a moment. We're just trying to arrange it. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I'll just share the screen. Let's go ahead with close test. Firstly, what exactly is close test? We already did that. I will just fast forward it. Close test में क्या होता है? There is a passage which is given to you. There are probably 5 or 10 blanks, and you are supposed to put in the appropriate words. Okay. Now what happens is students go line by line, but that's not the best strategy. The best strategy is read the entire passage, try to find out what is the central idea, and then eliminate options. That is the best way to do close test. Now here again, your preposition ka knowledge, knowledge of vocabulary, knowledge of tenses, all of this will be used. Okay. So the strategy is first read the entire passage, have a bird's eye view of the passage. Then find out the tone of discussion. What is this tone? What is the language of the author? Is he trying to criticize a point? Is he trying to use humor? Is he trying to teach a new point? Is he giving examples of some situations? Is it purely information? That is the meaning of tone. बहुत सारा information share किया है और कोई conclusion नहीं दिया है, then it's only information sharing. If a conclusion is shared regarding a point, then it is nothing but analysis. So analytical tone. If an event is given and it is heavily criticized, then it's a critical tone. If humor is used to talk about a social event, then it's a satirical tone. So understanding the tone is very important because you will choose the words which fit into the tone. Now, when you eliminate the words, you are supposed to eliminate based on what? Based on the word form. तो कभी कभी सेंटेंस के एंड में अगर एक वर्ड का ब्लैंक, if there is a blank, then mostly it's going to be a noun. So in that case, it won't be educate, it will be education. The different forms of the word. Prepositions, I already told you, we have already done that. And very important, just because something seems to be correct doesn't mean that you have to just go and click on that option or take that option. Always read one sentence before and one sentence after to gain deeper perspective and context. जहां पर भी ब्लैंक है उसका एक सेंटेंस पहले और एक सेंटेंस बाद पढ़ो, so you'll understand कि ये situation क्या है, what is the context of this word. Only then go ahead and put in the right word. ठीक है. So let's take an example. First, read the passage, read the entire thing. Then what I'll do is after that I'm going to give you the options also. उसके बाद हम सॉल्व करेंगे. पहले खाली पैसेज को पढ़ो. अब मैं आपको ऑप्शंस नहीं दे रहा हूं. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू द पैसेज. जस्ट रीड द पैसेज. इज इट क्लियर बाय द वे? पैसेज क्लियर है क्या? दिखाई दे रहा है? ओके, प्लीज रीड द पैसेज फर्स्ट. Okay, are the options visible to you all? Okay, I've given the options also now. So put in the right options. Now you have read the passage, you know what the passage is about. Now put in the right options. Many times you will see prepositions ka test hai wahan pe. Some places it's about the appropriate word. Okay, so if you have solved it, then let's move ahead. Come on, what should be the answers? If we keep dash ourselves, do not mix with others, we shall soon be left alone to ponder dash misfortunes of life. No, it is not if we keep by ourselves. It will be the correct preposition is if we keep to ourselves and do not mix with others, we shall soon be left alone to ponder dash the misfortunes of life. Now, see, remember, misfortunes, ponder means to overthink, misfortunes is something negative. A person who overthinks, ponder the dash misfortunes of life. Ponder, ponder over. We ponder over things. We do not ponder upon things. We ponder over things. Again, this is an example of collocation. Verb plus preposition. Verb is ponder, over is preposition. Okay. Answer should be if we keep to ourselves, that is option B, we shall soon be left alone to over, ponder over the misfortunes of life. Nobody likes to come across a dash and self-centered person. Now, I told you, remember कि sentence एक sentence पहले भी पढ़ना चाहिए. You have to read a sentence before also. So when you read this first sentence, you realize there is a person who ponders on the misfortunes of life. मतलब क्या है? वो एक sad person होना चाहिए. And at the same time, this person doesn't mix out with anyone. Okay. But there is another word which is closer to sad, but much more deeper than sad. That is called as glum. A person who only ponders is sad, but a person who selectively ponders on misfortunes of life is glum person. Answer is glum. Nobody likes to come across a glum and self-centered person. Now, some of you might have seen this question earlier because you are part of TCS digital workshop where close test was very important. So this is probably for people who are not part of TCS digital workshop. So for them, this is new. If you are already confident about close test, then probably, I mean, this will just be a repetition for you guys. But those who are doing it for the first time, let's continue. The fourth one, people dash gregarious and outgoing souls who are prepared to share their joys and sorrows. People. Okay, now some people have put like. Okay, now remember one thing, guys. Like is used for things. Love is used for people. तो क्या आना चाहिए यहाँ पे? I like eating the chocolate brownie. I will not say I love chocolate brownie. Love is used for people. So the correct answer should be love. Because love is used for people. Again, the English we are talking about is a high level English here. ठीक है, colloquially हम लोग बोल देते हैं, but otherwise the correct usage should be love. People love gregarious and outgoing souls. Answer is B. Okay. 5. Dash who are prepared to share their joys and sorrow. So joys and sorrows. Dash if they have the capacity to laugh. Joys and sorrows what? Joys and sorrows vanish. Who are prepared to share their joys and sorrows vanish, not disappear. Feelings vanish. Feelings don't disappear. People disappear. Sound fades out. Fade out is used for sound. His voice faded out. Okay. Joys and sorrows vanish. If they have the capacity to laugh, dash their problems and miseries. What should come over there? To laugh away. Because here we want them to get away from it. Laugh away. Laugh away the problem. Laugh it away, we say. Not laugh on. We laugh on people and we laugh on situations. But when you want to use laughter as a therapy to remove things, we just say laugh away. Laugh away. Laughter brings people dash, whereas keeping to oneself distances people. Opposites. क्या आना चाहिए यहाँ पे? Laughter brings people together. Laughter brings people together, not close. Together. People है ना यहाँ पे people. People come together. I am close to my target. That's the usage. Since it is people, people come together. People don't come close. People come together. That's the correct usage. It has dash been rightly said that laughter is the shortest distance between two people. Not however, because we are concluding, right? यहाँ पे हम लोग conclude कर रहे हैं ना. It can be hence, it can be therefore, or it can be thus. Thus is used when you have lots and lots of statements earlier and finally you are making this statement. But here we are making statement only based on the previous statement. That laughter brings people together, right? तो यहाँ पे क्या आना चाहिए? Thus नहीं आएगा, या तो therefore आएगा ना तो hence आएगा. What's the difference between therefore and hence? Hence is like that's why. That's why we say when we talk about a previous thing. He was late, hence he missed the bus. And when you analytically talk about a point, see the entire passage is about what? That's why I told you bird's eye view is very important. पूरा passage किसके बारे में बात कर रहा है? ये पूरा passage जो है, it's talking about why people should use laughter and why people should come together. So when you conclude, we use therefore. Answer should be therefore. Therefore is the right word over here. Eighth one में. Once two people dash together, the circle of, see again over here together is already there ना. That's why बोला था पूरा passage पढ़ोगे तो आंसर कभी कभी passage में ही दिख जाता है. Together यहाँ पे दिया है together. तो पहले इसीलिए together डालना जरूरी था. Laughter brings people together. Once two people dash together, the circle of acquaintance and consequently friendship dash. Once people come together, not get together. ठीक है? Come together. Answer is come together. The circle of friendship dash. The circle of friendship. Friendship क्या होता है? Friendship grow होता है ना? The circle of friendship grows. Grows. ठीक है? So I'll just give you the answers now. Here are the answers. The challenge here, guys, is that we normally use language without any forethought. We use words anywhere, anyhow. And that is what is being reflected in our tests over here. Words are to be used in a very specific manner. Abhi, there's no need to worry about this because if you know prepositions and if you go through your idioms and phrases, then this will not be a problem. And I have purposely used a difficult example. Okay. Actually, I have used this example for TCS Digital. You may not get such a difficult example, but still preparing you for the worst. Okay. The second one is not that difficult. उतना difficult नहीं है. So attempt करो इसको. पहले पढ़ो, find out what the passage is about, then I'll give you the options, then we will discuss. Okay, guys, I've given you a lot of links also. Okay, those who are on YouTube, I'll give those links on the screen later on. But right now, those who are on Zoom, I have already given you the links in your chat. Okay, please copy all those links. You can download them later on. Let's solve this. Okay, let's take a look at this passage now. Am I audible, guys? Am I audible to you? Okay, so let's solve this. What is this passage about? This is about two kids who are, doing a project on launching a rocket or creating a rocket launcher and all that stuff. Okay, that's what this passage is about. Two excited kids who are doing something. So let's see the appropriate answers over here. I said, "Wow, what a room." He looked sort of embarrassed and told me that he and his dad dash it so. What should be the right one? Planned it so. Okay, planned it so. Answer should be planned, not made it so. Made is when you make things, when you make food and all that stuff. It's just room is planned. Planned it so. You are in dash. There's an exclamation mark over there. You are in. You are in dash. Those who put school. Okay, Kirti, I'll put it again. Don't worry. You are in dash. Today we are going to work dash the details of the rocket dash. See, there is an exclamation mark. You are in luck. You are in luck. Today we are going to work dash the details of the rocket dash. Today we are going to work out, not work on. Work on the project आता था. Okay, work on the project is correct usage. Work on. I'm working on the project. Let's work on the project. But there is the word details. Details दिया है. The correct usage is going to be work out the details. Please work out the details of this plan. Work out details. Details is the clue over there. Today we are going to work out the details of the rocket dash. What are they making of the rocket? What are they making, guys? Rocket launcher. ठीक है. Rocket launcher कैसे? आगे भी मालूम पड़ेगा. आगे when you read, you'll come to know. That's why I told you first we have to read the entire passage. I'm going to build dash rockets for 4th of July fireworks. 4th of July is American Independence Day. I'm going to build dash rockets. Some, many, much, more, less. I'm going to build some rockets. Some. I'm going to build some rockets for the 4th of July. Why? Because आगे जाके देखोगे ना, क्यों मैनी क्यों नहीं बोलेंगे? Because आगे देखो, next sentence देखो. That's why I told you always read one sentence before, one sentence after. I've got some light weight metal sheets. उसका मटेरियल थोड़ा है तो वो ज्यादा रॉकेट्स कैसे बांधेगा? इसके लिए बोला था एक एक लाइन मत जाओ, पूरा पढ़ो पहले. I'm going to build some rockets for the 4th of July fireworks. He continued. क्योंकि यहाँ पे next sentence में क्या लिखा है? I have got some lightweight metal sheets and I need your help in dash a base for the rocket. In building a base for the rocket. That's right, building. We always build a base. We don't create. Vaishnavi, creation क्या होता है? Create is in creativity. I created that poem. वो creativity में यूज होता है. यहाँ पे scientific है, build होता है. Build is the correct word. I need your help in building a base for the rocket. I was sort of relieved that I wasn't going to have to mix up combustible ingredients dash a Bunsen burner. Come on, chemistry lab में जो भी थे, बंसन बर्नर सबको मालूम है. We don't keep anything on the burner. कुछ बर्नर के ऊपर रखें तो जल जाएगा. We keep it over the burner. Over. Answer is over. Ingredients over a hot Bunsen burner. We got some supplies and looked up for the rocket launcher on the internet. B had a lot of contacts and websites to check out for reference. After reading the dash, I could think of nothing after reading the instructions. Yes. क्यों instructions? क्योंकि they have looked it on the internet. So they are trying to assemble it now. Every sentence is important, guys. Sometimes you know what students do? They don't read the sentences जहाँ पे blanks नहीं है. And the clue is in that sentence only. जहाँ पे blanks नहीं है वहीं पे clues होते हैं. After reading the instructions, I could think of nothing but dash the rocket launcher into position. Of what? Placing the rocket launcher in position. Placing. We place things in position. When I heard my mom's horn honk outside, I jumped up in amazement. How could 4 hours have dashed away that fast? Slipped away. Time slips by, slipped away that fast. That should be the answer. Okay, this one was slightly easier compared to the previous one. Now, time for all the resources to be given. I have given all the links. If you have missed it out, again, I am going to post it. Don't worry. So some additional questions for close test along with solutions have been given to you. Please practice. So I'm just putting the links once again. And for those who are watching on YouTube, I'll be putting it on the whiteboard. You can quickly copy it.
उड़ूंगा फटाफट तुमसे।
So guys, some more links have been added. The solution of tenses has also been given. You can download that. Lots of work to be done now. All the things have been given to you now. All you need to do is just work on this. All right, guys, all the links have been shared. So I have put all the links on the screen as well. And those who are on Zoom, I've given them on the chat as well. You can share it with the others and please practice. And all the best for NQT. From here onwards, it's only about practice. We are always there with you guys. Any doubts you'll face during the journey, whatever it is, please get back to us. We are there with you. You can, those who are on YouTube, you'll have to please write these down. The links are not all that complicated. I made it very simple. Preposition, solutions, tenses, vocab handout. The word families is there in that vocab handout. Tenses is being given to you. Close test solutions, close test questions. The vocab, Ajay sir vocab is wherein all the vocab, like word roots and everything is being given, idioms and phrases. So all the resources are there. They are all been given to you. Please practice and do well. Yes, good. Kirti has reminded me of synonyms and antonyms. It is already there, Kirti, in vocab handout. It's already there. But that list which I was telling you about, one word with many synonyms and antonyms, that is yet to be given. Just give me a moment. I'll put it up. Okay? Don't log out. Just wait a moment. Okay, guys, synonyms, antonyms, all the lists, all the links have been given. Make sure that you download all of these resources and use them. Great. Please copy that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for being for so long, being patient and learning so many things. I wish you guys all the very best.